There I am, spotlighted. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Lyrix. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. That's where I am right now. It's very warm and nice here, just rubbing that in a little bit if anyone's in a cold place. Sucks to be you. I am a Caribbean comedian. I also try to be a feminist comedian. I don't know if you all know anything about Trinidad and Tobago, but that's quite a feat. So you all should applaud me just for that. I'll wait. Nice. Okay, great. Got them in the palm of my hand. We're winning. All right. Hey. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are famous for carnival parties. We're famous for our beaches. And of course, we're famous for Nicki Minaj's cousins, uncle, friends, giant balls. Yes, there are lots of men here with the giant balls jumping all over the place, but we don't mind. It's just more to love. Okay, it's just more to love. Now, as a feminist comedian, there are certain things that fall under my purview that I take very seriously. Okay, now as women, we deal with a lot of things. We have the glass ceiling, we have the pay gap, but, and speaking of butts, we also have the potty differential. Now, you might not know about this, the potty differential. It's a brand new thing. It's coming out of Trinidad and Tobago, but we're taking it worldwide, you guys. We're taking it worldwide. And I don't mean to be indelicate, but there is a serious situation where there are women who will leave their house 5 o'clock in the morning. And even if they don't get home until 5 o'clock the next morning, they will not poop anywhere but their own bathroom at home. This is a problem. Okay, in my opinion, I think that men are more in touch with their shituality, They are able to poop just anywhere they want, anytime they please, and we women are left out in the cold. I think it's something we need to do something about. So I'm starting a movement. I've created a hashtag. I don't know if you all know this, but in Trinidad and Tobago, when we talk about pooping, we call it tutu. Okay, tutu. All right, so now you all can say that and be very cool with your friends. You all know some stuff. All right. So my hashtag is hashtag me tutu. Okay. And yeah, we're piggybacking on another famous movement, and speaking of butts, I think it's really important. Okay, now, I don't know what it's like for men in the restroom. I know what I imagine. Okay, I can only imagine. I just see a guy, let's call him Steve, getting up off the potty, and he's looking at it and he's thinking to himself, oh my goodness, look at this. He opens the door in freedom and calls out to his fellow men to come and see what he had rough. Okay, and they come. He takes pictures with it. It's beautiful. Okay, and I think we as women, we need to progress. Okay, so hashtag me tutu, starting here, starting now. Get on board. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you like some optional feedback?
Definitely, please. I've never done this for an international audience before. That's one of my reasons. I want to start working outside of Trinidad, and I need to see what's happening.
No, that's fantastic. I think no, it's great to have you here. Very, very funny. Great, great presence on screen. Very good material, I think. Yeah, especially if you're doing an international audience and you mentioned you're from Trinidad and Tobago, I think a little bit of humor about Trinidad and Tobago is great because we're like, oh yeah, I want to learn a little bit more about it, or I want to know. So even starting with it's warm here, intentionally rubbing it in, except all that kind of stuff, I think is really strong. And certainly international audiences, any other stuff that you want to bring in about Trinidad and Tobago. I think it's good. Even small things throughout the material of like, oh, in Trinidad and Tobago, we call it this, or you might be referring to it as that. And so for the potty differential, which I think is a great name for it, right? It's setting up, you've got the glass ceiling, the pay gap. What you don't know, maybe worst of all, is we've got this potty differential that we need to talk about. I would potentially earlier mention the, like, we call that in Trinidad and Tobago tutu, just because the more you like, it's a funny phrase. It's kind of a fun thing to say. So as you reference it more and more throughout the entire set, we're going to kind of laugh or smile every single time you bring back tutu. And you say it again, it's going to, like, so I think mentioning that piece up top a little bit earlier might be great. You know, there's a fun parallel of explaining it, you know, exploring your own shituality is good. You say we're starting a movement. I don't know if it's intentional to kind of reference bowel movement.
I've heard that.
So it's like, I was like, wait, is that true? Okay, I think it is. Maybe it isn't, but like emphasizing that a little bit more so the audience knows, right? Like, so you might even say, if it doesn't look like the audience has fully gotten what you mean, you might say, yeah, like a bowel movement. Hashtag me tutu, I think, is very funny. And then the proud thing, I think, is also really interesting. And I think that's a concept that you could explore a little bit further, in the sense of either, why are men so proud of it? Like, to me, I was thinking about it and it's like, maybe it's because men can't give birth. And so this is like the one thing that their body can make. And so they're like proud of it, versus like women aren't proud of it because, like, no, we make actual humans. You don't need your, like, we make humans, you deal with whatever that. So exploring what the psyche must be of why they're proud of it, or dealing with what women, if women were to do that same thing, what would they do? Are there going to be Instagram filters now about posting it, or like what happens if this becomes a success? Kind of what happens and what does it look like in the future? But overall, fantastic stuff. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.